Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 25, 2022. A Venus-Pluto square influencing today can present temporary obstacles or hurdles in relationships. People can be especially sensitive or easy on the trigger today, with this transit bringing up a bit of paranoia or suspicion in our interactions. Those things you've buried or ignored can emerge in unruly and unexpected ways. Your ambitions are motivating and even enjoyable these days, but resentments from others or your own fear of pulling yourself away from a relationship can interfere with the fun. Still, a little self-knowledge and understanding can go a long way. Aim to make peace with the past rather than bring it into the present in disruptive ways. Fortunately, getting in touch with these emotions can help you recognize desires you may not have known were yours. For instance, whether you're single, crushing, or already romantically involved, the moon's close proximity to seductive Venus is spicing things up in more ways than you realize. Do keep in mind that red-hot Mars is also supercharging this area of your chart, which means you're not only as dynamic as ever with your approach, but also vivacious and charismatic. Beware of acting on impulse, as you are more likely to take the spontaneous and passionate route. And though there's nothing wrong with that, slow and steady always wins the race. With the moon shining in Aries, you may feel particularly confident but also defensive of your career, reputation, and accomplishments. Since the moon squares Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, you may feel like you have to defend your prior commitments that have impacted your professional legacy. You could also be frustrated with current commitments as you try to figure out how you can transform them to empower your professional success. Since the square could feel raw, try not to lash out in a moment of frustration. While the moon's alignment with Venus just before leaving your career sector today is giving you a professional edge while making it easier to trust your heart and your gut, this is also giving you an edge financially. With Venus, the planet of money, now just 2 days away from leaving your career sector, this is a window into her innate sense of where the money is. Use this time to renew contacts with your family. They will be pleased, and you might even be able to resolve old conflicts as a mediator or by taking the first step to clear matters up. The constellation is favorable for burying the hatchet once and for all. Stand up for what's yours. Sure, your practical side might say this isn't worth the fight, but sometimes arguments are advantageous for symbolic reasons. Go after what you deserve. In touch with your emotions, you are fortunate to be so clear about your feelings, which helps you decide exactly what to do. Whether you are looking for casual dates or interested in starting a more serious relationship, you make the right choice. Start planning how best to pursue your own happiness. Try to pay special attention to the health of your lungs at this time. I recommend avoiding cigarette smoke and visualizing world peas. Get it? Peas are rich in thiamine, vitamin B1, exactly what you need to regulate the health of your lungs. Also, communication with your coworkers and other day-to-day relationships will be challenging today. You may feel you are being perfectly clear and even tolerant, but some people just don't seem to get it. If you find yourself bottling up your frustrations, try visualizing yourself in the world you wish to create, and don't be discouraged by the ineptitude of those around you. 2 days after Venus left Taurus, having the moon here today has multiple implications. On the one hand, this is helping to capture and further refine your romantic and relationship desires and expectations for the coming year. As the moon crosses the lunar nodes, this will make a balance between your personal and relationship needs more transparent, making this especially good for refining your relationship expectations. At the same time, a friendly aspect to Uranus will give you a read on the planet that will keep the momentum going until Mars returns in 10 days. Just 2 days after Venus left Taurus, ending her mission to update your romantic and relationship desires and expectations for the coming year, the moon crosses the lunar nodes today. This is something that will always highlight a balance between your personal and relationship needs, with a chance to cement some of the intentions the planet of love has just left you with. Our eyes in the sky. The moon enters Aries today after galvanizing the sign of Taurus in the early morning. When the moon enters Aries, we want to open our hearts, minds, and mouths while expressing our sentiments. The moon in Aries is extremely curious, which means that we could try to uncover secrets that may not need to be discussed. Mercury, the planetary ruler of the Aries moon, is still retrograde and will be until June 30th, which means we can expect a lot of miscommunication in the evening. It's important to reread texts and emails and think before speaking in order to avoid problems with others. Mars and Jupiter link up in Aries in the morning and gently touch the Aries moon in the evening. This energy can bring out impatience, irritability, and frustration. Since this planetary connection occurs in Aries, it's important for us to slow our roll in the way we deal with other people. Not reacting on impulse is key. The bottom line is that words can hurt today, which is why it's important to hold back a lot of what you want to say in an effort to keep the peace. In the morning, the Aries new moon suggests that we set intentions for engagement, intellectual clarity, and being witnessed in new ways. This is a time to get curious about ourselves and others, as well as to become active in our local communities. We are lit up with inspiration under this influence. Inquisitiveness guides our choices, making this an excellent moment to undertake a research project, begin a writing assignment, or make new friends. Although this moon makes no exact aspects, wide sextiles to Jupiter and Mars in Aries encourage us to synthesize our mental and physical energies. As we discover new meaning in the world around us, keeping the moral high ground and remembering our goals and principles will help us to make the most out of this lunation. In the late afternoon, the Aries moon sextiles Chiron in Aries. On the heels of the Aries new moon, new insights and awareness are being provoked, necessitating that we examine wounds that have kept us from voicing our truth. There may be any number of reasons why we have hidden our fire. In youth, we might have been told we were too much. This criticism has subsequently made us self-conscious and resentful of those who seem able to move through life with the confidence we lack. At this time, we encounter safe spaces for organic self-expression, enabling us to heal.